The Igbos as well have something to learn from the Yorubas. What are these things you need to learn? 1. The Yorubas knows how to stoop to conquer. Number 1. Number 2. The Yorubas are good at striking deals, which to some certain extent, a lot of people consider them as betrayers. But no, in reality, they are not betrayers. They just know how to strike a deal. So that is what I think the Igbos need to learn. You need to be good at striking deals, and at the same time, you need to learn to stoop to conquer gradually. The fact is, Nigeria is neither in favor of any common man on the street, nor a particular region, as it is at the moment. That is the reality. Even the Yorubas, even the so-called Yorubas, and even with the Hausas, it's obvious. But the point is, in agitating for your own state, for your own country, there are ways to go about it that at the end of the day, you will get it without actually breaking a sweat. And what are these ways to go about it? The fact is, the agitation at the moment is centered on marginalization, is centered on underdevelopment, and a lot of other factors. So let's look at these factors. The Igbo land as it is at the moment, what is stopping it from industrializing? There's actually nothing that is stopping the Igbo land from industrializing. Seriously. Once there's unity of purpose, industrialization is just something you can achieve without breaking a sweat. And in regards insecurity, you quite agree with me to some certain extent that the insecurity you face to some certain extent is lesser compared to other regions. And it's still up to you. If you even want to expand and make this security better, you can operate just like other states or other regions are operating as a country on their own at the moment. They have security outfits that are catering for all these things. You can come up with all this and you can run it. And you will ensure that. In regards to industrialization, you have a lot of billionaires among you. When you talk about maybe like facilities that are missing like port and whatever, at the same time, people can have private ports. You guys are capable, you can do that if you want to do that. And a lot of other facilities. And the last time I checked, a lot of the bills that are not even supposed to be presented to the house to make all these things available, I don't see them coming from your politicians. Here do we have a situation where some of your politicians, the governors or whatever, are performing below average. And at the same time, this concept of we don't belong to Nigeria, we want to go, one party saying that, another party saying we believe in one Nigeria, is even doing a kind of disservice to people like Peter Obi. Because the fact is, if your people say they don't believe in one Nigeria, then why are you coming to contest for the presidency of Nigeria? And let's look at this presidency. This presidency is nothing but ideally is supposed to be a person that represents all the desires and wishes of all regions without bias. The only advantage you can get out of it is born out of nepotism, which is the fact that you have a president coming from another region and he appoints his own people. And the fact is, irrespective of the people he appoints in different capacities, they are supposed to serve the general interests of Nigerians, not a region. So why are we thinking that the presidency is a deal breaker when it comes to progress, when it comes to development? Come on. Let's not go that way. And let's look at what the agitation have yielded so far. The agitation have yielded nothing so far rather than a lot of havoc and more disunity. Disunity in the sense that it's making the Igbo man to be more hated. And at the same time, havoc in the sense that a region that used to be peaceful, all of a sudden now is no more peaceful. But hey, the fact is when it comes to that, we still blame it to other regions and say they are responsible. But take it or leave it, whether they are responsible or not, you can actually borrow from the Yorubas as well. Like the Amoteku network. Have something good like that and actually works towards ensuring these things. You need to know that this is a gradual thing. And the last time I checked, Biafra has been declared almost 3 times. But has it come through? It has not. The last time it was declared in Finland, with a lot of other regions, with a lot of other states captured under the fact that they also belong to Biafra. That has succeeded also in giving a kind of, creating more hatred between the Igbos and most especially the Niger Deltas. That is what it has succeeded in doing. So in doing that, you need to capture these people with dialogue, with negotiations. Let your actions be the reason why people should rally around you and support you towards achieving what you desire for. Not like, let it not look like land grabbing like we're alleging some of the Fulanis to do or some of the other regions to be doing on other states. Because that is what it looks at the moment. So let there be dialogue. And if I must tell you the truth, a lot of these agitations, media propagandas is doing more disservice to you people. It's not helping. And the last time I checked, if you're thinking that there's going to be a point in time where you hold the government at ransom and they will have no option rather than to give you that, it's going to be very difficult, very hard. Because the government will hardly bow to any pressure, the government of any world at this moment. And at the point in time, I begin to think you need to be accepted. If you think that the Western world will come in and they will intervene and they will give you your own region, the fact is there must be something bankable. There must be a kind of transaction that they feel that they will stand to benefit from your own region and your people far more better before they can come in. And when they even come in, I tell you, they can't pressure the government. The last time I checked, the government doesn't just obey anything that comes from the Western world anymore. The world is changing. So it's all up to you. Let's try to avoid a situation that resulted into the civil war in the past. Because that is where I see all these things happening. And if you talk about even a kind of waging an unrest against the government, the fact is, the government of Nigeria is still going to be at advantage. Considering the fact that they have the resources and they have more clearance to import whatever they need to import to ensure that Nigeria is protected at all costs. So what I'm trying to say is you need to learn to stoop to conquer. One, you need to learn to strike more better deals. And you need to give this thing more time. It doesn't just happen all of a sudden. And it's not by so much agitation and a lot of it. Open up. Open up. That is what I'm trying to say. Give it time. Whatever is within your reach, do it. While you wait for the natural time to come for you people to go, if you must go. And at the same time, you can't be saying a different thing and your politicians are saying another thing. The last time I checked, your politicians are still receiving federal allocation. You still have them in ministerial positions in Nigeria. And at the same time, they are not even lending a voice in regards to all these things you're saying. So at the end of the day, it looks as if it's the common man on the street that is talking about all these things. And your governors, some of them are even performing below average. They don't perform optimally. What do you expect a situation where you can't even have a one-party system that reflects the generality of everybody in a region that wants to go on its own? So I believe there is more of an in-house job that needs to be done. Copy from the Yorubas. Seriously, once you address the in-house job, the other bigger picture comes naturally. That is what I'm trying to say.